This thing's on. Is it on?
When you say something needs to happen with the Dallas Cowboys, what specifically are you trying to say?
You have to get – the only way you get out of mediocrity, you can't just continuously let assistant coaches go. Mm-hmm. At some point, the offensive coordinator, at some point, the head coach, at some point, the GM does a good job. The acting GM here with the Dallas Cowboys does a good job. Well, I wouldn't say
Who is?
Will McClay.
Okay.
Does an absolutely great job at what he's doing as far as acquiring talent.
Okay.
But it starts with the head coach. They have to find ways to get better at the head coach position. If not, then you have to make a change. And I love Jason Garrett. I played with a teammate of mine. But we have to get out of this mix. We have to, like you've said earlier, we've been wallowing around in this mediocrity for so long. You have to find your way out of it.
I'm going to put you on the spot, Darren Woodson, by asking you this question. Why is Jason Garrett still the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys?
I think there's a lot to be said about that. I think there's a lot to be said about the relationship that Jerry Jones has personally with Jason Garrett. I think it has something to do with the fact that Jerry Jones absolutely believes that Jason Garrett is the right man for this job and will turn it around. And you got to know who Jerry is. He's forever the optimist. He will give you the shirt off his back, and Michael Irvin and Deion Sanders will attest to you. We all love who Jerry is because he will do whatever it takes for his former players. But I think that time has run out. I think it's that time where we really have to start taking a hard look at the direction of this organization, and Jerry and Stephen Jones are going to have to make a decision, a tough decision at the end of the season on which direction they want.
We're talking to Darren Woodson, our NFL analyst for ESPN, former Dallas Cowboys, three-time Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys, right here with Stephen A. on ESPN Radio and ESPN News. I'll tell you why I'm harder on Jason Garrett this year than ever before. Because I actually look at the Dallas Cowboys, and I believe y'all have talent y'all never had before. I mean, in this era, of course.
Right.
I'm talking about this defense is a big-time defense, all right? Your running attack right now is ranked 4th in the NFL. I mean, when you look at it from that perspective, it comes down to your passing game, which comes down to your offensive coordinator, which comes down to your head coach who was an offensive coordinator, and that's what I'm looking at it. So my question to you would be this. Jerry Jones and this love affair he has with all things Cowboys, is it about his loyalty? Is his loyalty to those former players, that coach, stronger than his loyalty to a fan base that has been salivating for an opportunity to compete for a Super Bowl championship?
Well, that's a tough question because his loyalty is always going to be to that fan base because for obvious reasons.
Yes.
For obvious reasons. There's a lot of business that goes along with that. But at the same time, his loyalty has been at the detriment of Jerry Jones. And it hasn't just been this situation as far as just Jason Garrett. It's been for personnel decisions that he wouldn't let guys go, held on to him way too long, and because he's been a loyal guy. But I think it's time right now where you really have to look. And I think Jerry and this organization, Stephen Jones, just have to look outside of this organization. Just look to the Los Angeles Rams and see what Sean McVay has done over there. Just look outside of what the Kansas City and Andy Reid and how offenses have really moved the ball, in an upward spiral simply based off of how being innovative and things that they're doing to help their quarterbacks. I don't see that with this organization. I don't see Dak Prescott getting better and making the next leap until they make those changes.